welcome to another episode of Quirky Books TV. This is the place to be, to live your best life, be your best self, and live your purpose. So today's life hack for you then is, drum and roll please, your current circumstances do not dictate your future. But before we get into it, if you don't know who I am already, I am Sandra Bellamy, author of several different books out on Amazon. I specialise in non-fiction books, and my blog is quirkybooks.wordpress.com. I've been blogging on that blog for over 8 years now. I also can be found at quirkybooks.net, and I own my own publishing imprint of Quirky Books. So to get on to tonight's topic then, current circumstances do not dictate your future, and this is such an important life hack. So if your life hasn't gone well up until now, you haven't done everything you want to do in your life, there's so much stuff that you're just not getting done, you feel like you're procrastinating, you feel like, you know, your life's not where it's meant to be, and you're just like, feel like you're bashing your head against a brick wall, you have to remember that your current circumstances do not dictate your future. Say you're broke, or you're in debt, or your home is not as you want it to be, or your relationships are not good at the moment, or things just aren't as you want them to be. You have to understand that your current circumstances, so your current life circumstances, do not dictate your future, and you have the power within you to change them, right? Even if your financial circumstances are not good, you can still turn it around. I know people who have got out of thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds debt and be debt-free years later. It's taken them a long time, but I know people who have done it, and you can do it too if that's your current situation. You know, your current circumstances do not dictate your future. However, you have to take action to change those circumstances. You can't sit there saying my circumstances are not changing and not do anything about it. Right? And you might be working for years trying to change those circumstances. You have to always remember that your current circumstances do not dictate your future. Right? I knew when I was in an abusive relationship for a very, very long time. At that point, I didn't feel I had the strength within me to leave that person. I didn't have self-love. I didn't have self-worth. I didn't have much self-esteem. I felt financially trapped at the time. But then when I was able to live on my own, that felt great, but I was still emotionally trapped, I felt, you know, and the person wouldn't leave me alone. And so, you know, it's a very difficult time for me, but I knew in my mind that I would not be with them forever. I knew it wasn't sustainable for the rest of my life. And I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that even though I felt like I couldn't leave them at the time, you know, I knew in my mind that my current circumstances did not dictate my future. You know, I know when I've been made redundant in the past, just because I've lost my job, laid off they call it in the USA, doesn't mean to say that that's going to be forever. And those current circumstances, again, did not dictate my future. I was able to get another job. Might have taken me some time, but I was able to get another job, right? If you're an unpublished author, right, you want to get your books out there. You want them publishing. Those current circumstances do not dictate your future. It took me 7 years to get my own publishing imprint, which I got, like, you know, finally. Well, no, less than 7 years. Well, I published my first print book in 2017. Yeah, 2017. So, yeah, it was over 7 years, actually. So I started my book. I started my blog, Quirky Books blog. I think it was 2000 and... I've been blogging, for 9 years this year? So 2010, I think it was. Yeah, so I've been blogging for a very, 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 very long time. But my first ever website was Quirky Books, was 2009, I believe. So basically, it's taken me a long time to get my own publishing imprint. Put it that way, years and years of my life, but I did it, and I always had in mind Quirky Books. The first website I ever bought, domain name, was quirkybooks.net, which I've still got to this day, right? And I always had the vision that I'll have my own publishing company. At the beginning, I didn't know I'd be using Amazon to publish my books, if I'm honest. I bought a commercial printer to publish them myself, but then when I realised I needed all the other things that go with it, like the binder to hold the book together, and you know, all that type of thing. I was like, oh, I didn't realize that. And I wished I'd started on Amazon sooner rather than later, because Amazon you can use as a distributor and a printer, even though you have your own publishing imprint. So that means I'm a registered publisher in the United Kingdom, and I have my own ISBN number, so my books can be got globally. You know, you can go into bookstores in the USA, for example, and order my book because it comes with an ISBN number. And that is a huge achievement for me. And I just love the fact that I finally got my own imprint. But if I'd have thought back then, all I would amount to is never getting my books into print or never getting my own publishing company, then what sort of life would that have been for me? You know, I would have had no hope, no dream, no ambition. I would have just been settling for less. So you have to understand that your current circumstances do not dictate your future, that there is a path ahead for you, that you can change your life in an instant, or you can change your life over a long period of time. You can make a difference to the world. You can change your circumstances. Your current circumstances do not dictate your future. What's ever happening to you right now, you know, your circumstances can change. They can change really, really quickly, or they can change over a long period of time. But the fundamental thing is that you have to remember that your current circumstances do not dictate your future. So if you're feeling depressed, anxious, worried about the future, you're thinking like, I'm not getting anywhere in my life, this is really difficult, I'm having a really lot of struggles right now, you've got to honour that struggle, right? You've got to know that life is hard, that life is tough, it isn't going to be a breeze. And those tough times are there to challenge you, to develop and grow you as a person. So you do need them. And it's the journey towards your destination that makes you stronger and become a better person. So your current circumstances don't dictate your future, but they will have that strength that you'll need for the future version of you, because you'll go through a lot of change in your life if you're into personal and professional development. If you want to improve your life, which you should always be doing, you'll go for a lot of changes in your life. And if you haven't got these constant challenges to strengthen you, you know, you won't have the aptitude and ability to successfully succeed in getting through those times quicker and quicker, and overcoming more and more adverse conditions. Because the more you want to change your life for the better, the more you want to improve your circumstances, the more adversity and challenges are likely to come your way, and you need to be able to deal with them. And so all the knockbacks, all the you know, like the hard times in your life, you've got to understand that they are there to challenge you, to develop you and grow you as a person. And that just because your life might be like that in the present doesn't mean to say it's going to be like that in the future. You can change your life. You can just change your life. So your present circumstances do not dictate your future. So don't give yourself a hard time going, my life is always going to be like this, because it won't. If you want to grow and develop yourself. I had depression for years. I only got out of depression in 2012, but thank God I've been free of it. You know, I was very unhappy in my life before that. You know, very unhappy. I didn't even think about I wanted to live. I thought the opposite. But now I'm completely different. I want to live. I love living. I love being here in my beautiful flat. I'm so grateful and thankful for it. So thankful for the food in my belly, the money in my purse. I'm so thankful for the love of friends and family, and my beautiful angel guinea pig who's diabetic that lives with my parents. I'm so thankful and grateful for everything in my life, you know, and that's what you have to do. Be grateful in this moment, have gratitude. Think your current circumstances do not dictate your future, but I'm going to be grateful and thankful for everything good in my life, but also for those challenges that come along. You know, like, bring it on. What's the challenge? Let's do this, you know, let's overcome it. Let's push through our fears, push through our boundaries, push through our, you know, barriers. Let's get to the crux of the matter, and let's be better people and be stronger because of it. You know, I hope this video has been useful, helpful, insightful to you in some way. If it has, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share it with a friend or loved one who might benefit from it. If you've got any questions, please post them down below. I love to hear from you. And in the meantime, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live, like now, post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content at all, if you found it useful, helpful, or insightful in some way. Until next time, embrace your quirky and each other's, and I will see you on the next video or live stream. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye.